This past year has been a season of chopping wood and carrying water for the Lit movement. We've been working on this big house renovation, and this year we opened our third men's house. It houses a total of 15 men, and we used a lot of our men to renovate the house, and it turned out beautiful. This house has allowed us to take the mission to the next level. This past year, we've also solidified our women's program. The house is set, it's in motion, and women are actually in the house. This program has taken a little bit to get off the ground, but now we have women in the house and lives are being changed. We're anticipating that God is going to use this building to change many women's lives and set them on fire. We've also been blessed with the partnership with Hamilton County Office of Reentry. Now this year they started the reentry docket with Judge Cross. Now this docket is an actual court that can get men and women out of prison early if they agree to the program. Now the program includes accountability with the court systems. But this is how we met Antoine. And since Antoine has been with Lit, God has moved in his life in a mighty way.
My name is Antoine Lightman. My sobriety date is August 8th, 2022. My rock bottom, actually, I lost a lot of stuff, including a child. I was using heroin and Percocets. When my daughter passed away, my addiction got the best of me. I did 11 months, and that's where I decided I wanted to change my life. Enough was enough. I believe God had a plan for me. When I got to Lit, everyone here opened arms for me. Good support system. Put my faith in God, moved forward with my life. And now that I've been making the right choices in life, that good things have been coming for me. Since I've came to Lit, I've now got my license back. I'm working full-time. I'm going to church actively. I've reunited with my kids, getting custody back with my children. I just wanted the best for me. I wanted to change my life, and I believe Lit was the perfect place for me to get my life together.
So about a year ago, I reached out to a buddy of mine named Josh Vesio. We used to sell drugs together and party together for so many years, and he was just on my heart. So when I reached out to him, he sounded like he was at rock bottom. He was strung out, got 2 major legal charges against him, and he was still in active addiction. I told him about Lit and the plan of action, and once he was ready, he committed to the program. I got him into treatment, and the rest is history.
All right, my name is Josh Vesio. I was in active addiction for 25 years. Started when I was 13 years old. I could never stop drinking or doing drugs on my own. I never really attempted to quit. The only time I would quit is if I went to jail or prison, and that'd be for a short amount of time. I'd always isolate myself. I could never have any friends or any real relationships just because I'd withdraw or push everybody away because I was just driven on self-will. Okay, so last year in July, I caught 3 felonies on July 21st in Butler County, and then a week later, I caught 2 more felonies. One was an OVI where I overdosed and drove the wrong way on the highway against the oncoming traffic, cut across the median, and the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office actually saved my life. So after I overdosed, I contacted Lit. I got to Lit February 15th, and within a week, I had a full-time job. I was working a 12-step program with AA. I had a sponsor, and I started working my first steps with the AA program, all within 7 days. So I started doing 4 recovery meetings a week, found a home church, started being around positive peers, started connecting, having a relationship back with my son after him not talking to me for months. Started to really develop my relationship with God and really to learning how to love myself and to learn how to let Him move in my life. So now I've been 9 months sober, on the 9th step in my recovery program. God has given me the ability to love myself, be able to sit still and love other people. Like, I know He's going to give me a relationship and a house and all that stuff. Like, He'll take care of all that stuff beyond my wildest dreams. And I know, like, whatever my next purpose is, besides helping people to pull them out of the bondage that I got pulled out of. After 25 years of trying to do it on my own and not being able to do it until I sought God and called Lit, now life is like, I can't even wrap my head around it. It's so amazing.
Rory Reppert, we met him a little over 2 years ago. He was a scrawny little dude, 20 years old, in the cat house, strung out. He had him and his twin brother there in active addiction for years. And we interviewed him at the cat house. He seemed like he was ready and he was hungry for change. We told him about Lit and just the work that would be ahead of him, and he agreed to it. And so he came to Lit, plugged into a church, started seeking the Lord, and jumped into the 12 steps, and his life started to radically transform. Now he's actually one of our house managers in the house, and he's leading other men. And it's just an amazing thing to see when you see such a young guy doing God's work like that.
Yeah, so there's so many people, they work, they went to school, they went to college, their life is perfectly normal. You know, they come home, they lay in bed, and for 20 years goes by, and all they did was work. You know, they have the good job, they have the money, they have the nice house, they have the nice car, you know, the dog and the picket fence. You know, but at the end of the day, they lay in bed and they're not happy. Seeing that there's an absence of something. I'm a drug addict, of course. I struggle with addiction. Of course, I suffered an absence of God, you know. There's a lot of people in this world, I should say, is lost. And even the normal American dream life, you know, isn't really the ideal life. There's so much more to life. I think it's good for people to find God. There's so many people lost and they don't even know it. That's what it is. With Lit, you know, I was surrounded by people connected, and it's not even addicts. There's people in Celebrate Recovery who, you know, struggle with eating, you know, struggle with anger, struggle with money, lust, and they get carried away in their own lives to the point where they don't know who God is. Next thing you know, they're depressed and they have this hole in their heart. And I just want to let you know there's an answer, there's God. Try to seek it, you know.
These past years have been years of exponential growth for the Lit movement. We've been able to see so many lives changed, and now our footprint in the Cincinnati area is vast. If you know anybody in need, please reach out. We want to thank you to all our supporters out there. Thank you.